The Supreme Court has preserved access to a widely used abortion pill, while a court case over its approval by the Food and Drug Administration continues. The Supreme Court was asked to decide whether restrictions imposed by lower courts should be in effect while a challenge to FDA's approval of mifepristone plays out in the federal courts. So all the court was doing today was ruling on that very narrow issue. It wasn't saying anything at all about medication abortion or mifepristone, just whether the status quo, the situation that exists today, should remain in place while the legal case continues, first in the Fifth Circuit, the Court of Appeals based in New Orleans, and then potentially at the Supreme Court. This is the same court that, of course, last year overturned Roe v. Wade. But this is a slightly, it's a different issue, although it does involve abortion. It involves, at the moment, just whether major changes to a drug that had been approved by the FDA should take effect based on the order of a single judge in Texas and then two more judges on the Court of Appeals. So the court was not at all ruling today on the merits of the lawsuit challenging mifepristone. It wasn't saying anything about whether anything at all about medication abortion. It's just saying that the status quo, the situation that exists today, should stay in place, at least until this legal case is resolved. There were two justices who publicly indicated that they would have voted the other way. In other words, they would have allowed the restrictions to take effect. And that was Justice Clarence Thomas and Justice Samuel Alito. Alito was the author of last year's decision overturning Roe v. Wade. And Thomas, of course, also voted in the majority in that case. The Fifth Circuit will take the next step in this case. It already has speeded up the process, and it has scheduled arguments for May 17th. There's no timetable for when it might issue a decision. And then it's entirely possible that the losing side in the Fifth Circuit will go to the Supreme Court. That wouldn't happen probably until late summer at the very earliest, and it could be months after that before the justices even decide whether to hear the case.